Hi all, welcome to another video of Berg Performance, and today we have my own nephew's car in the shop. This is a BMW X3 M40i and we are going to show you what kind of results you can expect with a Stage 2 Plus hardware and software solution for this car. So first of all, the hardware upgrades that we did on this vehicle. The well-known TU pump. This is the original high-pressure fuel pump that this car is equipped with. It's a Gen 1 B58, and this car was already tuned before with the stock high-pressure fuel pump. It is possible to tune the car, of course, with the stock one, but you have to be sure that you limit the torque approximately around 600 Newton meters of torque. Otherwise, this fuel pump will just drop and it will not be beneficial for the car in any way. The second thing is the downpipe. This is the stock catalytic converter. We have replaced this one with our own Berg Performance 200 cells downpipe, so you can generate more flow, less back pressure. Also the exhaust gas temperatures will be lower compared to these ones, of course, and we can extract a little bit more power out of the vehicle. And the third and last part that we have replaced is this. Well, you know it already. This is the OPF and the silencer of the vehicle. We've removed the OPF system of the vehicle and replaced it with a straight pipe so that it will be not a limiting factor anymore for this vehicle. I want to explain one more thing. So sometimes we get the question like, hey, I don't want to push the car too much, so a Stage 2 is not needed. But that really doesn't make any sense. Because why? We are custom calibrating each vehicle according to the hardware that that car has had. So there is no button like, okay, this is Stage 2, this is Stage 1, and there you go. It doesn't work like that. So for example, if you are tuning a car Stage 1 without removing the OPF, without removing the catalytic converter, that means we have to tune the car up until a point that these parts are getting too restrictive. It is also possible to tune that car until that point and then you simply remove the catalytic converter or the OPF. In essence, that would mean that it is becoming a Stage 2 or a Stage 1.5 hardware setup, but the software is not even pushing it any further. So you can even say that, for example, when you're removing these parts, the less restriction you get, the safer the car is being tuned, until the point that you're deciding to tune the car even further in the software, of course. But I hope that you understand that point. There's no such thing as like, I don't want to have an unsafe tuning of the car because it's a Stage 2. It doesn't work like that. We custom calibrate each car, each vehicle to its fueling, to its hardware setups. So in the end, you as a customer can get the perfect calibration for your car, which is perfectly safe. So the results that we achieved with this vehicle. First, I want to point out that all the measurements that we made were with a SportCat downpipe, with an OPF delete, and with an aftermarket back box combined with some valves in it which you can open and close. In the end results, it already made a difference when you close the back box because the back pressure gets too much in comparison to when you open it up. So it is advisable if you have these kind of back boxes fitted to these vehicles which don't work at the original software of the car, we did not fit this one, then it's important when you're going full throttle, for example, to always open up the exhaust valve. Otherwise it will just generate less power and increase the back pressure, which can eventually even harm some hardware parts on the vehicle. We calibrated the dyno approximately 9 times because the car was performing really well. Already on the stock software, it was outperforming the stock numbers that BMW is providing. We know that they are underestimating cars already, but this car was really doing a very good job, to be honest. And I was like, okay, I cannot believe that this car is doing this much of power on the stock software, to be honest. Why it was doing it, I don't know. It was completely stock with all the hardware parts fitted to them, so that would already make a little bit of a difference, but it was really outperforming itself. And I cannot make it lower than it is. That's good news for the owner, of course. And then let's get to the results. So we have 4 lines that you can see in the graph. The orange line is the stock graph, in which you can see, these are the numbers. The orange line means that the car was producing 600 Newton meters when stock, with hardware upgrades of course. And at the top range it was doing around 400 horsepower. The green line is the 95 RON, so the 95 octane map. We made a 95 RON, a 98 RON and an E20 RON. And E20 RON, I don't know what that means. So E20 map, that is 98 RON plus 20% ethanol map for this vehicle. Let's start with the 95 map. We don't request too much when this car is being filled up with 95 RON. So it was approximately doing 630, 640 Newton meters of torque. But at the top range, you can see that it was producing around 460 horsepower, which is quite good. The blue line gets serious. That's a 98 RON map. It was doing 740 Newton meters of torque when you fuel this car up with 98 RON fuel. And at the top, it was doing around, let's see, 515 horsepower. With the E20 map, things get really interesting because it was pushing out 544 horsepower and 775 Newton meters of torque, which is really a lot. I will try to make some Dragy runs with this car to see how it really performs in comparison to other cars at the market, in the Dragy list of course. It is really bad weather outside, it is raining as hell, but I hope that I can manage to find a really good measurement for this vehicle, because still power numbers are really high and I really don't understand why this car was really performing like this. Maybe it is a one-off, I don't know what happened with this car, but if the Dragy numbers are perfect, then we will know if these numbers are correct, yes or no.
60, 100.
Well, Nephew, I hope you don't wreck this car and you will enjoy it properly. For everyone else, thank you all. No, don't put this in, Oleg. No, I am not. No, seriously, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. Thank you all very much for watching again. If you like this channel, hit the like button. And I had to say of Oleg that you must also hit the bell icon. But when you tell something to do something, no one will do it. So if you're happy to hit the bell icon, you can hit it. Otherwise, comment on this video, like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.